everyone, it's Razor and welcome to my first video on the Arma 3 Alpha. I have had this game since since the day it was released. It has taken me a while with work commitments and getting the PC settings right to record some decent footage of this, but this is what I've got for you so far. I just want to give a quick insight into the game itself first before I get into the actual gameplay. Arma 3 is set in the near future, in the mid-2030s, and it sees NATO forces fighting in Europe against Eastern armies led by a resurgent Iran. All this information I've taken from the Arma 3 site, so you can go and have a look on there if you want any more details about that. But the maps themselves are described as quaint Mediterranean islands ravaged by hostile occupation, and they are going to be the largest and most detailed ever released in an Arma, when an Arma game is first released. The first map that is shipped with the Alpha is Stratis. Relatively small in size, Stratis is 20 kilometers squared, and again is described on the site as having rugged terrain, expansive forests and a man-made airbase. The main map that we're all really looking forward to, that's going to be shipped with the full game, and hopefully a bit later in the alpha or beta stages of it, will be Altis. And Altis is going to be a 270 kilometer square map, which is just phenomenal in size. That area you can see in the middle of the map there, the little bay in the middle. Stratis, the original map, will actually fit inside there. As I say, Altis 270 kilometers square, again is described as having expansive cities, rolling hills, wind farms, solar farms, big open plains to the south, hills to the north. It's going to have detailed locales with an extremely variety of potential engagement opportunities going on. And as you can see here, both of these maps are based on real locations. They're based on Greek islands of Lemnos, which has been renamed Altis for the Arma game. I'm assuming mainly for legal reasons, bearing in mind that two of the developers were actually locked up in a Greek prison for 128 days or something ridiculous like that on espionage and spying charges while they were researching this. And Stratis has kept its name. Stratis is obviously down there in the bottom left hand corner. But yeah, Lemnos has been renamed Altis and Stratos keeps its name. Just to give another quick idea of the scale that Altis will have, somebody's done quite a good comparison compared to Chernerus. We all know the map Chernerus and how vast that can be, but just compared to Limnos on this map, but Altis itself, there's right in front of you is a size comparison. I can't remember what website off the top of my head I got this from, but I will put a link in it into the description if you want to go and check that out further. But yeah, that just shows the vastness that Altis will have when we finally get to be able to play on it. But for the purposes of this video, Stratis is the map shipped with the Alpha, so it's Stratis we're going to be looking at. And again, 20 kilometers squared sounds fairly small compared to some of the others, but one of the smallest maps that we're all fairly familiar with that's shipped with Arma 2 is Utes. And again, this map does a quick comparison between the size of the two, so even though Stratis is a small map, it's still considerably bigger than Utes. And again, this is a real location. I say it's kept its name, well, that's the Greek equivalent of its name anyway. We've got an aerial shot of it here as well, and then we've got Bohemia's interpretation of that aerial shot, I suppose, from a slightly different angle or from a completely opposite angle. But yeah, it just shows how real that they've tried to keep this and how accurate, they've done a massively impressive job of keeping the terrain and the maps looking lifelike and realistic. But I think that's enough talking about it. Let's get into some gameplay and see what we can come up with. Hi guys, welcome to Arma 3 Wasteland. Just going to do a quick bit of gameplay on the running of this game so far, my initial thoughts on it. And before I get too involved, my initial thoughts are this game is going to be epic. Definitely a few bugs to iron out at the minute, but at the moment, I'm just trying to work out where I am. At the moment, say first thoughts are this will be stunning. The game looks beautiful. The majority of servers, it runs beautiful. I just need to find me a vehicle now.
Where am I anyway? Oh, let's go up to Camp Rogaine. See if we can get a vehicle and show you the spawning system, the looting system, sorry. Sure, you've probably seen other gameplays of this so far, but this is my first impressions video. There's a vehicle right over here. We'll go and take a check in there. One thing you may or may not be aware of, that there is a slight bug with the gear system at the minute. If I go into the gear on this vehicle and try and drag and drop the weapon across, it won't let me take it. What I need to do is get into the vehicle as the driver. Once you're in as the driver, you can either get out again, or I tend to be safer, you just look to the passenger seat, then go to the gear. I can then take the weapons, drag that over there. Beautiful. You can take the RCO sight, put that on it, I like that one. Quick way to gear, if you right click on the gear, it takes it straight across to whatever you got selected. So if I've got the harness selected as I have now, I can put the rest of these stanags into the harness just by right clicking. I'll put one over there, so the rest go into the harness. I'll put the hollow sight in there as well just in case, and I'll take a few first aid kits. Close that down. If I now get out the vehicle, switch my weapons, you can see I've now got a gun with 3 mags in it, and I've sat down. That was interesting. Let's not sit down. If I press control and right click, because I've got this RCO sight on it, it's got a red dot and a ACOG for want of a better description. If I press control and right click and then aim down sight again, it flicks to my red dot, which is cool. The end control, right click, puts me onto the ACOG. Nobody over there. Just have a quick check round what else is up here while I'm here, and I'll take this vehicle if I don't find a better one. There are a few military vehicles available, and the civilian vehicle that's available is this pickup. That's the only civilian vehicle available at the minute. Not sure what that means. Go away. Yeah, that's the only civilian vehicle available. It does come in a number of different colours. An ATV over there, or quad bike as I've actually correctly named it on this one. Not a lot. Just quickly show you the stance positions if you've not seen these already. When you're lying down, if you press the control button and then S or down, whatever you've got mapped to that, key, you can lie down and go back to normal prone, and get up here, get up to here, 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 and here. So loads of different positions. It'll come in really handy if you're actually behind a wall. You can see the lower you go, the reticle gets smaller as well, so obviously your aiming's tighter. Control is the new multifunction key, which I like. When you're walking or running, if you right click, you can go into tactical walk, or press C, you can go into tactical walk, and then you can aim down sight as well. C again goes into a normal walk, and hold shift when you're running will actually sprint. Unlike Arma 2, there is a stamina system, so you can't sprint forever. If you get really injured or really tired, then you will start to slow down. Let's just quickly jump in here, check them up, and see where we can go. Might as well head down to the marina, see what's kicking off around there. The marina and the airfield seem to be the main PvP places at the minute. There is a gun shop just on top of the hill overlooking both, so that's a good area. I might go and check that out in a sec as well. See where we get to. I have found the frame rates on this game completely depend on the server and obviously your settings. I've got the settings on fairly low at the minute because my graphics card isn't the best. I've got a GTX 650 which runs okay. On the single player scenarios that I'll be doing some videos of, I'm getting nearly 90 FPS up to 100 FPS on fairly low settings or medium settings. Even if I put some of the detail up quite high, it still stays above 60 FPS. On the Wasteland mission files, again, it completely varies by server. Very rarely get a drop below 30 FPS, but it does have an impact when you get into the cities and the towns and there's loads of players going on. So at the minute this server isn't the best I've had for it, especially while recording. Love the driving physics as well, they're cool. Damn sight easier to drive using the keyboard than it was on Arma 2. The mouse is a damn sight harder than Arma 2, but there's no need for you to use the mouse these days with the keys being so responsive. The physics of the vehicle. It is easy to roll the vehicles. I'll try and demonstrate that now. Whee. But yeah, we're just coming down into the marina. There are a number of people on this server. It's not full by any stretch, but there should be enough people for me to try and find somebody. What I might do is head up to the gun store, which is on top of this hill up here. Sorry, that hill over there. Just up there. If I can safely get there. These vehicles, like I say, they're really good, but off-road they are slow as shit. Going uphill, you might as well walk. I've just spotted another vehicle up here that in my opinion is better than this. Only because it seems quieter and looks a lot more futuristic. Obviously this being set in the mid-2030s, the near future. I can see us all having civilian versions of this beast soon.
Again!
Just see if it's got any better gearing.
5 meters! It's a 5-meter curse.
No.
And everyone I spawn next to...
Okay.
Mighty fine
Oh,
story.
another first right there. What?
It's a mighty
At
fine
least
story.
this time I also... What?
What are they going on about? Shut up. Just trying to find a shallower angle of attack on this hill. This version of the Wasteland mission files, the armoured vehicles are obviously all still on it, but the vehicles with, how do you want to describe it? With weapons, cannons, 50 cals, grenade launchers on top of them, turret mounted vehicles have all been removed from it because they were completely overpowered. One of the best things you can do with these, you can basically survive all day as an independent in a truck because they're so hard to destroy, and you can just run people over for days unless they've got a big MG or a rocket launcher. I can hear somebody. It's a heli. There's the heli. Little bird. If that's worrying that it's just come from the gun store, or a sign that it's now empty. The gun store's just over there on the hill. Quick check, see where that heli's going. If it is going, or whether it's coming back for me. It appears to be going. Can't decide whether it's just to drive over there or get out and scout it out first. I should get out and scout it out first. Check what scope I've got selected. There we go. As I say, I could just drive over it really, because the cars are so well armoured that if there is somebody here, I can drive away. Hell, he's coming back. So that's a different one. There was a little bird before. The gun store's just inside here. Don't feel too safe at the minute. Did that guy land? There's a little bird coming back. If he stays still, I might have a pop shot at him. Not entirely sure what he's doing. Not entirely sure he's sure what he's doing. He's doing some aerobatics. Going any slower, I'd have a shot. Really want to be giving my position away. Is he shooting at somebody, or was somebody shooting at him then? Don't think there's a gun on the little bird. I really want to stay around here too much. That's the airfield down there. The man-made airfield. I think it's been kind of tagged onto this side of this map. Well, yeah, you can sprint while crouched as well, which is pretty cool on this game. Does look fairly quiet in the airbase at the minute. Can hear another heli again. The peripheral dot right up there. Can't see shit though. Is that him there? Can't see. He's very high if he is. Yeah, let's just see if we can show you the gun so it doesn't look like there are any enemies around. This is a gun store dude. Press E to interact with him. Let's see what we can get.
Why should I stop shooting?
So I was just listening to what they were saying.
Why should I stop shooting?
Not actually much I want at the minute. I love an ABR. EBR. Not got enough for that. Let's go and see if we can get some more money first. I like the gearing system where I can take my hat off if I want, put it in my backpack. So now I look really slick. Or I can go and buy a new hat from this dude. If I can actually get him to interact. I can buy me rebreathers for going underwater. Don't know why I'd want to on this just yet. Go and buy me a blue cap. Buy to player. Oh, add it first. Buy to player. Now I've just wasted all of my money on a nice blue cap that doesn't seem to control my hairdo. Now I look really cool. Let's just go and quickly scout the airfield out again. See if there are any enemies around. I can hear an ATV or a quad bike. Can't anymore though. But as you can see, the map looks beautiful. The gunplay, if I ever get to do some on this video, is brilliant. The driving's a damn sight better. The game just feels a lot tighter and slicker. Obviously, still being in alpha, there are some bugs to iron out. I've come across issues getting out of a vehicle and being stuck, unable to move. You have to get back into the vehicle and get out the other side, or drive off for a bit and then get out again. But again, all things that are fairly minor and can be overcome, and will be overcome. But considering we are still in alpha, the game does run brilliantly. And I say the potential for this game is phenomenal. Not a huge amount of base building going on Wasteland at the minute. You can gather parts and load them into vehicles as you would on the normal Arma 2 Wasteland files. It's just not as many items available, not many people building bases at the minute. Don't know if the map's right for it. There is one good place for a base that I know, well there's quite a few to be fair, but there's one popular base for I know, which is at, I can't remember what it's described as, Alpha Mike 25, Alpha Mike something like that. We might head over there in a sec actually and have a look. Ooh, there's something there, vehicle. God, is that somebody? Oh, that's the gun store dude. Yeah, Alpha Mike 25, whatever you want to call it, is somewhere. I can't remember where it is now. Sure it's over here somewhere. Over there. I can hear shooting, so I'll worry about that in a sec. The map's not that big, so I can have a drive around and find that shortly. I know it's in the north, mid-north of the map somewhere. Wonder where them shots sounded like they came from over here. Ooh. Somebody driving up to the gun store. See if we can get him. They're going to have to get out of the vehicle first though.
Oh, hey.
Oh shit, there's two of them.